Everybody, back again here with another layout. This is the last layout using my June/July Gossamer Blue kit that I combined. It's some of the Gossamer Blue kit, but it's also a good amount of my own stash. I'm using two photos from, I'd say, about 2009-ish, maybe 2010. They're pictures of northwestern Connecticut. There's a covered bridge. There's a couple covered bridges there. So we went out one afternoon and visited the bridges and took pictures and whatnot with the bridge. It was pretty neat. I really liked it. It was a good day. The layout that I'm doing is based off of I think it was either a layout or a sketch that I saw. I think it was a layout somebody had done, and it was kind of like a pattern paper blocked layout. You'll see what I mean here in a second, but that's the only thing I took from the layout was kind of the idea of the background design. So that multicolored stripe is jelly bean soup that came in one of the kits, and I'm not quite sure what that other pattern paper is from on either side of the jelly bean soup. I know it did come in the kit. And so that's just a piece of random cardstock that I'm mounting it all on here. Oh, you know what? That's October Afternoon Public Library paper. It's the B side of one of the sheets of paper. I think it was the Public Library. It's October Afternoon regardless. And so I'm thinking about using that crepe paper, open road piece of paper, but I decided that I really don't like it. It doesn't go with that multicolored stripe. So I'm going to try out some other paper before I make my final decision. And that is, sorry, my dog is all over the place. She's barking and whining and all kinds of stuff. The final decision is that dictionary book paper. It's from Studio Calico Market Street. And I thought it went really well, even though the layout has nothing to do with reading, nothing to do with words. I just thought it went with the colors, and it acted more as a neutral for me than anything. So I'm trying to find a piece of paper to mount my two photos on. I wanted something that was going to stand out, but be fairly neutral. So I'm going through some of my stash papers here. Eventually, I decide on a piece of American Crafts in Amy Tangerine Plus One collection, and it's the other side of that heart paper that I first showed. It is a black polka dot. I had to go fish in my stash for a piece that was going to fit. So it works perfectly as a background for this piece, for these photos. It makes it more of a neutral, even though it is like a B-side. So I'm just going to trim that up and kind of figure out exactly where I want it. I ended up covering up most of that jelly bean soup paper, but that's okay. I really liked how I still really like that piece of paper. I was saving it for that quote unquote perfect layout. It never came to me, so I just said, you know what, let's just use it and get rid of it. So I'm glad I did. I really like in the end how this came out. So I think I'm turned around here going through my stash, my scrap room. I have all of my paper and a lot of my embellishments behind me. So all I have to do is turn my little chair. My scrapbook room is actually my closet. It's a walk-in closet that I've converted to a scrap room, and I live out of laundry baskets now for clothing, but it's so worth it. So I was just turning around, finding some embellishments. I'm using this Fancy Pants embellishment pack, ephemera pack. I'm not quite sure what line it was from. It was kind of like circusy or outdoorsy themed. I've had it for a while, probably a year or two, and haven't really done much with it. So I'm trying to use up things that I haven't used, even though I have a lot of new stuff and I really want to play with the new stuff. I'm trying to use up things that I know I really should use up before I dig into the new stuff. So I'm definitely going to use that Oh Happy Day. It's going to be kind of like a subtitle, but kind of just an embellishment. And I'm going to use those three hearts. Though they are not going to end up on that side of the layout, however. I'm going to dig through some of my Project Life cards here and pull out a journaling spot that says One Fine Day. And then I'm going to use that gray themed 4x6 to put underneath the my journaling spot, and that's where those hearts are now. Is that's where they're going to live. They're going to be right between the photos and the journaling. Sorry, I've got a dog half asleep in my lap here. She's wanting to bark, but I'm trying to prevent that. This is the third time I've done this because each time she starts barking in the middle of it, and I've tried banishing her to another room, and she still continues to bark, and it's really loud and obnoxious. So I just decided to put her on my lap. It's like doing a voiceover with a 10-month-old, let me tell you. So I'm trying to figure out here what I'm going to use to pop up. Actually, I think I'm watching TV there. Sorry, I know I'm going to pop up those hearts. I'm going to put everything down here first, and then I'm going to use extremely large pop dots to pop up those hearts. I need to find something better for pop-up adhesive. I have the Michaels pop dots that are wicked thick, and I don't like extremely dimensional stuff. I've used a roll of the Scotch mounting tape, and I really like the dimension on that. I think I need to get myself the giant roll that Nicole Jones keeps showing. I think it's a fairly decent deal because those little rolls are like $6 or something like that. It's ridiculous for what you get. So I need to get myself some more, and I keep talking about buying new pop dots, and I still haven't. I don't pop a ton of stuff up, so it takes me a long time to go through dimensional adhesive, so I want to just use up what I have first. So that is going to be, I think, where my final layout ends up. I am going to pull out some other things from the kit. I'm going to, I think, a label from, oh no, one of those cork pieces from Studio Calico Market Street, and then one of the Gossamer Blue exclusive wood veneers. And then I know I'm going to pull out a couple of these tabs, but I don't end up using any of them. I think I do use a October Afternoon label and one of these dreadful Fancy Pants picks. I think it's so funny because I dislike them so much, but I felt that I had to use them because I certainly didn't want them left over. And everywhere I've put them, they actually don't look too bad. I actually kind of like how it came out. So I would never buy them myself. They're not my style, and I don't like the whole pick idea. A lot of them I've cut the picks off and just used it as a piece of ephemera. So I'm going through here. I put that snapshots on, and then I have to figure out what I'm going to do for a title. So you're going to see me, I'm probably watching more Downton Abbey there. So I should have cut this out, but you know, I only have so much time to do this. So I'm going through my thickers, and I'm going to pull out several different fonts, and I think I'm going to find one that I like, and then figure out that I don't have enough letters for what I want, so I end up using two fonts. One is going to be, do I use that one? I do use that one. That one is going to spell out the word adventures. And then I'm going to use, I think it's October Afternoon Daily Flash set of letters that I'm going to put weekend. So the title is going to be Weekend Adventures. These pictures were taken at college, and I went to college about 2.5 hours away from my home, and my mom used to drive up. We'd try to make it once a month that she would drive up and we would do something fun. So this was in the spring, I think, and we took a drive out. It's about an hour away from where I was going to school to see the covered bridges, and just took a full day to drive around through the Litchfield Hills, and it was a lot of fun. So my title is going to go to the lower left of the photos. And after my title, I think that is the layout will be pretty much done. I'm just putting the adventures here, and that's a foam glitter thicker, and I really like them. I love the font, and I love how tall and skinny they are. And I'm going to finish putting this down, and that will be it for my layout. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.